for that.
And I think like I think from like I mean from for the listeners and a little bit those who grew up in a little bit more Westerner view, they may think that this is kind of mess up, you know, because I feel like in the Westerner view, it's
Yeah.
more like follow your passion. You know, you have that type of freedom, kinda. I'll put it in quotation.
Here, yeah.
But for me, I feel like in a way, I feel like this way for me. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
This way for me, I feel like it's better because I get that it helps you to have a balanced mentality.
Yeah.
You know, to have a balanced mentality. Why am I saying that? Because I see a lot of people who have to work like harder, like you guys working, and then going into their passion. By the time you make it, like let's say by the time God grace you to be able to just live of your passion,
Right.
the thing is like you will know how to leverage and manage that because you already spent so many time into doing
Right.
what you know you I have to do this.
Yes.
Now when you get to that point, yes, you enjoy it because okay, I'm not doing just what I love, but
Yeah.
you your mind and your life just already had been settled in a way where you know how
Like
to
that.
manage this thing. You know how to
Yeah.
work this thing, you know. That's I encourage even the younger people here. I encourage them that yes, passion is good. Follow your passion, but take care of the bases.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
I also add to that to say that, I recognize that while the journey wasn't easy, because there's a lot of struggles, honestly, I mean, if you want to unravel struggles, it's going to take like 5 hours of this podcast.
Facts though. Facts.
But, amongst all the struggles, I want to say that we at this point are operating from a privileged position compared
Yes.
to certain people.
Yeah, for sure.
And what I mean by that is that when you talk about, like, think of yourself as an artist, right? And I just want to, address the initial conversations about like artists hopping on trends and things like that. Shout out to Nigerian artists that are in the street, like street artists trying to come up, independent artists. Because I truly understand it's not easy.
Yeah.
If you imagine us having the same, like, how we just talked about as a young man in Nigeria, in Africa in general, there are responsibilities. Like, you have to take care of people.
Yeah.
There's no choice, right? We, at this point, we're privileged to the point where, like, a lot of our income does not come from music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, like, maybe 70% of my income comes from, like, my job,
Your work,
my investments, like other things that we do. And it's the same for Jay too. Maybe the music is just like, okay, we're now starting to get like revenues, but it's still not like the main thing.
Yeah.
Now think about the guy in Nigeria that does not have the same opportunity,
Yeah.
right? And like everyone is on you. Your mom is asking for stuff. Your sisters are asking for stuff. Maybe they're about to kick you out the house.
Yeah.
Like, and then maybe you're signed to a label. The label's losing money. Like, there's a lot that could go wrong. So like that's why most times people who do what they have to do to like make it out there, aka sounding like someone else or whatever, that's fair. Because I would say that we are operating from a position of like of privilege, right?
Yeah.
Because like now, if and that's what ties into like the question you asked us about, do we make music for money or whatever? We don't have to make music for money at this point because we have things that are. So when you don't have to make music for money, you have the freedom of creating however you want.
Yeah.
You're independent. You're funding your music. Yes, you're not blown, but like you're doing the thing that you like and you're doing it how you like it. And don't get me wrong, there's frustrations in there that comes with it because like life just happens in general. You're investing your money into it because no one's funding you.
Yeah.
So like you're spending money while trying to make it out. So it's also frustrating, but at the end of the day, there isn't a need to like today. If I didn't like music, I could stop music and I would be 100% fine.
Fine. Yeah.
But you can't say the same for certain people.
Yep.
Because like that's how they try to like feed their family. So back to the point is that I agree with what you're saying, but I just think that sometimes not everyone is privileged to be in like a certain
position.
situation or position. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
yeah.
So when you started music, you're like, we're not trying to be anybody. We're just trying to make music.
Yeah.
But truth to be told, I mean, we can see the numbers. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are coming in. They're trickling in. You know what I'm saying? You start somewhere, but the numbers are making, and everydy's talking about J-Ray or CASSO.
J-Raves.
You know. stuff like that. So now my question is like, how? I know that this is not the pinnacle of where you guys are seeing yourself.
Yeah.
But it's a point already for other people. I mean,
Yes.
from where you guys started to where you are right now, you have more recognition from 2 years ago, from 3 years ago, from
Fact.
4 years ago.
Fact.
Yeah.
So now how you manage that kind of attention that you have? How do you guys manage that type of an attention?
That's the man that gets the attention. I'm calm, bro. I don't.
No, man. No, you're from London, bro. London.
Hey, I'm from South London, though.
In it, London.
In it, fam.
In
You
it,
get
fam.
me, yeah?
Fam alarm.
No, no, but I'll let Jay go because honestly, I feel like this guy is more. Do you know what's funny? I'm actually Jay is an extrovert, bro. Jay, like he's social.
Nah, bro.
Like I'm actually not. Like if I didn't do music, bro, I promise you,
You don't
would
see-
not see me outside. He knows too. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not someone that is. I guess he laughs at me because I tell him like I get anxiety. Like I have social anxiety, bro.
Oh, wow.
I do. Like literally, I'm laughing. Why did you laugh? I'm laughing, but like it's actually true. Like I get social anxiety. When I'm on the stage, it's different because I'm doing what I like.
Yeah.
So once I step on it, it's different. But like just socially, bro. So like that's one of the doubts I had making music.
Yeah, I
Is
see.
that I mean, yeah, I'm not blown the way I want to, but my prayer point is like, God, please, like when I blow up, like you need to figure out how to help me because I don't know how I'm gonna deal with all this.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
I think I know now. I mean, I was talking to my wife because she was like, I've been reaching out to you guys, but
Yeah.
like, I have this song CASSO, I have this song
Yeah,
Jen.
yeah.
But I feel like I know now a little bit why sometimes I can relate with you.
Yeah.
Because even that, like I'm an ambivert.
Okay.
But
What's
introvert,
that?
like so
You say ambivert? Or
yeah, ambivert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ambivert. So but I'm like
It
per
depends
trait,
on-
per trait, I'm an introvert. So if you ask me where you want to be, I want to be inside. I want
Yeah.
to do my stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm outside, I can try to socialize. But
Yeah.
I had, like, for the longest time, I dealt with social anxiety. But for
Yeah.
me, it was due to, coming from a country of war.
Yeah.
Like being around people that I don't know, it was
Yeah.
always like, I don't know who's trying to
Exactly.
do what to me.
Yeah,
So
no.
I never wanted to go outside because
That
of
makes
that,
a lot of
you know?
sense. Yeah.
But so the one you talk about, so since I know all about that
Yeah,
because
bro. No, for
I
real.
will not.
For real. But this guy I'm at, they
Wait,
embrace it, bro.
Wait first,
like
bro.
they embrace it. Like I'm
Contra-
actually
You are a
bro,
bird.
I
Huh?
just be
You're
jealous
like
of them sometimes. Like,
No,
how
no,
do you
no.
even do this, bro?
Wait. Contrary to popular belief. Contrary to popular belief. I don't like being outside. However, wait. However,
Bro, I don't
right?
know about
Wait,
that one, bro.
I don't like being outside. However, I like what comes with being an artist. Right? I say that because
Stardom.
bro, no, to be fair, like honestly,
Bro.
I think with how we started music, right? We're not like we're not where we want to be, but it's like I think with the kind of grounding we've had up until this level, like we know how to kind of like manage the attention we get, right? Like numbers wise, we didn't just like stumble upon numbers. Like
Yeah.
no record label just signed us and then we became big and not like know how to handle it, right?
Yeah.
But like I feel like
it's not overnight.
It's not overnight type stuff. So like our growth has been like steady. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been like boom out of nowhere. So like I feel like while like we've been, trying to like get to where we want to be, we've also been kind of like grounding ourselves in
facts,
how to like manage those attention. Yeah, like to be fair, like you go outside, they're like, Jerry this, Jerry that. So I like your song, this one. Unfortunately,
This one.
bro, unfortunately, the kind of music I make, and I know that's what these guys try to get at. The kind of music I make,
The girls, them,
my fans
mash
are
up,
women.
mash up.
women.
To be fair, my fans are women. And that's just what
Do you
comes
like it or not?
Wait. That's just
the
what,
question, bro. Do you like it or not?
bro. At the end of the day, like that's just what comes with the kind of music I make. Love songs, sad songs. They like to imagine that they are the ones I'm singing for. You know what I'm saying? But then, like at the end of the day, I like my sanity and my peace. Right? So in as much as wait. So in as much as like there's going to be a lot of
Give or
attention.
take.
Yeah.
Obviously, I will prioritize the women. I will prioritize. But like,
This guy.
but at the end of the day, like I like my peace of mind. Like contrary to what this guy is saying, yeah, attention will come. But like, I like being able to be level-headed and like not get overwhelmed by any of this attention.
So a sad question. When you say you prioritize the women that you prioritize, what does that mean?
It means like I don't entertain everybody.
Oh, okay.
Like I can't entertain everybody because at the end of the day, there's women that are like, oh Jerry, this. Some women are looking at me at like whiskey level kind of thing. So it's like,
Yeah, for real though.
yeah,
I seen
no, that's true. But it's
Yeah.
like I can't let that get to me because at the end of the day, like I know a lot of it is like fake love or like love for who I am.
Yeah.
Love for
What
me.
they see, yeah.
According to the music. So it's not like for who I am. So I know like a lot of love is fake. So that's why like I say like I prioritize people who truly know me for who I am, not just for the music.
Yeah.
I love that. And you, how about you, man? I know you say you have social anxiety, but I know people still appreciate your music.
No, for sure.
And
mean,
when I say people, most of the time I want to talk about the ladies because I know that you guys are not Jesus. So you're not gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
But why you carry
Bro,
her go far?
go far, bro. No, I have I mean, shout out to them. Like, shout out to.
But
You're cool though.
Yeah, shout out to the folks. But no, but yeah, obviously I'm not. But no, I do get attention, right? But again, people who know me, like, bro, I hate stress. bro, I'd rather ask them. I'd rather be at home for 6 months straight than deal with a stressful babe. You understand? So, like, obviously, I get attention. I've been told multiple times that, you know, like initially it was like, oh, you're snobbish, because like most times when I'm in a club, I'm just by myself or like with my guys, right? I'm not really looking for a babe to like talk to or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So like that comes across as like, this guy's stuck up or like he's feeling himself. But really what that is like, I just like if someone were to talk to me or like if I really saw someone that I was interested in, like obviously I would approach them. But like half of the time, especially if I'm in the club, bro, I'm not trying to talk deep or talk long. Like there's so much going on. There's loud music.
It's too loud.
There's a lot. Like my social anxiety kicks in. I don't know what's happening. Like you said, you're looking around. Like
yeah.
So a lot of the times, I don't meet women through like the club. Like contrary to popular belief, like oh, you go to the club and there's babes there, bro. I don't think I've ever met a babe in the club. Like I've actually all my life, if I could think back, I've never been the type of guy that would be like, let me go to the club and like let me carry a babe
Same though.
home or something.
Not for real. Like we meet elsewhere.
Okay, fair,
No,
fair,
for real,
fair,
yeah.
fair. But yeah, so like obviously there's babes. Me though, personally, I never made, like I said, a lot of my music came from like escape. So the type of songs I made, I mean, you've heard my songs. It's not really like I'm not a babe type of song because I never really, that wasn't really my thing, right? However, like when I linked up with Jay and Jeff, like, you know, Jay, Jeff, they're like more of like love song kind of guys.
Yeah.
And like me personally, I pride myself in like being versatile. I don't have any fear when it comes to music and trying things. Like I have a lot of love songs actually that I made, whether it's based on their influence on me or it's based on like me going through a particular phase. Like I would try different things. So like, love songs are not really my thing, like generally, but like I don't mind tapping into that.
Yeah.
Right. So like most of my fans, if you will, are like guys that are the guys most times. Or like people that are just love like rap music or like just Afrobeat in general. Like it could be babes. Like if you listen to international CASSO and you be dancing, if you like that kind of music, you could be a babe. But like I wouldn't be like making love songs. Yeah. And the crazy stuff is like I write a lot of love songs. And I give them out.
No way.
And I know how to make love songs because, like, you've gone through heartbreak. When they've shown you Shaggy, you have experience. I mean, I've gone through like heartbreak, like strong one, bro. So like, I know the things to say. Like Jay was saying, it doesn't have to always be your own story. It could be you hearing a story from someone else. It could be just one glimpse of something that happened, or like something you even see on Twitter, like a thread or whatever, and you just. That's the point of being a creative. Like you just make things out of it.
Yeah.
So like, all this to say, I don't get as much attention as Jay does from women. From women.
Oh, from women.
Yeah.
You finishing the sentences fast.
No, from from women now. And one is because really I don't make that like, I'm not really a love song type of guy. But I'm starting to, like I said, hanging around them, I'm starting to be that type of person, just understanding that it's something that's in demand and people want to feel a certain way. So I'm starting to be that kind of person. And then second, like back to the social anxiety and stuff, like most time when people see me, like Jay is more like, he has a welcoming, like he knows how to navigate the whole stardom thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to deal with that. For me, like I don't know how to deal with it. I'm just like myself. I'm just like, not like I should say I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to conform to like being appealing to someone. I'm just myself every time. Yeah. And like that isn't always appealing to people when
you call yourself Batman, what you expect?
Thanks though.
So like a lot of times I'm just in my own zone and I'm away from that. So it's not to say I don't get attention, I do, but it's just like I've had feedback like, yo, your aura or whatever isn't welcoming, or like you look like if I talk to you, you're just gonna snub me. And I'm just like, nah, I'm actually a very cool guy. Like I'm actually really cool, but
but
just
all this attention this guy is talking about, maybe if I'm getting 90% women, this guy is getting 85. It's not that it's like a drastic. It's not drastic.
Okay, that's fair, but conversion rate, dude. Conversion rates. Okay, 1985. Conversion rate like 10. This guy like 82, 88.
No, guy.
This guy is 88, bro.
My conversion rate maybe like 35%.
No. Another dangerous person, but we'll leave it for the future. Is Jeff. But obviously, Jeff now is.
Jeff, right?
Yeah. We'll have to have him here.
Yeah.
We'll have to have. I have to have, like, I really wanted to have one with all of you guys.
So we should have another one.
We should have it,
with everybody. Yeah, but that's good, man. That's really good. And I loved, like, we had like a good conversation. It was this past Wednesday in the parking lot. I really liked the conversation we were having after the soccer.
Yeah.
Of the soccer game, but
Jay, what's up? Though?
I love when you were answering the question that I asked about having to take care of business but at the same time doing music, and then you were like you feel like you'll still be involved in music like for the longest as you can, and then you express the fact one day having family. I know that we talk about you maybe one day having a family and all that stuff. Now my question for you guys, because you guys are really like you are really part of a very crazy community. Like this secular Afrobeat community is crazy. It's a crazy community.
It's mad.
And you guys are I'm saying that you guys are part of it, but I don't know if you guys are part of it, because you can be in something but not be part of it.
Yeah.
Or you can be in something and be part of it. So, but my question is this. Thinking about the future, hindsight, when you're gonna have your family, what are you doing now to make sure that by the time that you have that family, that your now action doesn't come and bite you whenever you settle down?
If you take on first, man.
Bro, I mean, one of my biggest wins so far is that I don't have a kid yet outside of marriage. No, bro. Nah, honestly, because this guy. The bad man is a bad man for a reason. Like, forget all the stuff we just talked about. But no, but so obviously I've been very careful with that. I mean, I think the bad man. Nah, I'm gonna be honest on that part. Like, that's why I was like, it's funny when you're like, "Oh, I know you guys are not gay." Yeah, we're not. But I feel like I've done certain things so far, and again, to be honest, back to what I was saying initially, everything I do, because let me speak for myself, is mostly driven towards that whole thing. Like all my life, I've known about responsibilities.
Yeah,
you understand. and I'll go back to a little bit of like how, me coming to the States, it wasn't even, I mean, shout out my dad, I love him, but like he wasn't the one that put me through school. It was my uncle, right? My uncle put me through school because like my dad at the time couldn't. And like, pay for my tuition, some of it I had to hustle the other ones and, do what I had to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you're going through all that motion or like adversity or whatever you want to call it, there are references, like I said. You've looked at people, you looked at how they live their lives, you've looked at the place that you're coming from, you looked at everything at stake. So, bro, like, I always tell people, I feel like I didn't really have a childhood. Like, it's sad, but I didn't have a childhood, bro. Like, I feel like I've been an adult for the longest time.
Oh, wow.
Like, I feel like I've been an adult since I was, like, honestly speaking, I would say, like, since I was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, it's just because that's about when I came to the US.
Yeah.
And it's just been just constant figuring things out. And not just figuring things out, but like also trying to stay grounded. Because one, your mom, your dad, your auntie, everyone's always, your sisters, they're always preaching to you. Don't disappoint us. Don't do this. Like, you can't, you understand. Everyone is talking about this because like there's somebody else that's training you in school. Like, this is not because sometimes if it's a family business, if it's your dad money that you're spending or you're squandering or whatever, it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody else, there's always eye on it. Like, why is this person, what makes you so special that this person is like taking care of you, sponsoring you? Like, so there's a lot of expectations. And I've always felt that pressure as a kid. I still feel that pressure to this day. Not as much, but like still. I feel like when you've been an adult for that long, there isn't a lot that will phase you. Like me personally, by the grace of God, like there's not a lot of things that phase me. Like I'm just like, oh shoot, like I don't know what to do because I've seen so many things. So when it comes to like like planning for the future, right? Things like your decision making, like how you set yourself up for like your future. When it comes to like financial responsibilities, when it comes to like moral, like obviously we're young bachelors, but like at the end of the day, because of your experiences, you're smart enough to understand how things can impact you.
Yeah.
You know where you're coming from, the household that you're coming from. You have that bond with your family. So there's something to lose. So when you have stuff to lose, it makes you like very grounded and very careful. So like all those things, while we're doing music, while we're out there, is in the back of your head. So like all that's left, like we were talking on Wednesday, really is like one, knowing that you're ready for a phase. Because at the end of the day, it has to be you. And you can't, what I don't want to do personally is I don't want to look back and say, like, one, I was forced into this or like I was pressured into this. I want to do the things that I want to do first.
Yeah.
Because
the pressure he done.
they pressure it down. So like, I don't want to be pressured. I don't want to feel stressed. I want to do the things that I want to do when I want to do them because that's how I've always done the things that I do.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like we're talking about music. Oh, do this kind of sound because it's supposed to rain. I don't care. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Yeah.
That way you can back your actions and your consequences. If something happens, you know that this was my choice. And as a man, you back up your choices. So like with me, doing music, doing what I'm doing, investing, all that, those are the things that will make me happy now. Those are the things that I want to do now. So that eventually when I do get married, start a family, I don't have regrets. I'm not looking at my partner and being like, oh, it was because of you that I wasn't able to do this.
I see.
Or looking at my family like it was because of my family I wasn't able to do this. Like I want to be able to say I've done the things that I want to do and now I want to have a family because I know myself when I do have a family, again, circling back to childhood, my family will be my priority. Like it's not going to be music anymore. Like I said, I'll still do music, but like it's going to be my family. So like just prepping your mind and the whole preparation comes with doing the things that like your soul yearns for, like the things that you really want to do, accomplish. It doesn't have to be at the biggest level, but like I could say like I've done shows, like I've been at different arenas. We've opened for like big like Rema, like, Wiz, Ruga, Dekunlego, Fireboy, like all those things are things that give me joy that I was thinking like, I wish I could be able to do this, and I've been able to accomplish them, right? Being on a song with certain different people that I listened to growing up. I have a record with Ice Prince, like, bro, I heard Ice Prince on my song. It was like a dream to me because I listened to him growing up.
Yeah.
So like those type of things are the things that I want to be able to do to mentally prepare myself so that when I do start a family, it's not like, oh, I didn't do this because of my family, right? That way I feel content with like the things that I've done with my life. So like that's basically how like the preparation is going. Just basically doing the things that you want to do, you're passionate about, and you don't let people like pressure you into doing otherwise. Because trust me, I have aunties telling me, when are you going to marry? Oh, do you have this girl? I have this girl for you. Or like, there's this girl at this event. Like, there's always something. They're trying to hook you up every time, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like you don't want to do that, but you understand where you're at, like with your journey. So you can't. And then obviously God, like you have to pray to God for like direction. Because I feel like if God tells you, like I feel like God's direction is ultimate. Like when God wants you to do stuff, it's very clear. Like you can't navigate. Like that thing that he wants you to do is what you're gonna end up doing. So like when you're praying and you're also very intentional about the things that you want, I feel like you can get ready for like, the family phase of your life.
Next step.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
I mean, I think you said it all for real, but like, I think the biggest thing for me about like starting a family is just finding the right person that you want to start a family with, that you want to build something with, because like the wrong person could break your family, right?
Yeah.
The right person could take that family from like this level to the next level. So it's like, in addition to everything CASSO said, I think that's just the biggest thing for me. Just having, someone that when, for lack of a better word, when shoot hits the fan, like she can, the person can like step in and like be like your bedrock. You know what I'm saying? Not just someone that will fold. So like, in addition to everything, that's just what I think it is. So it's like, right now, we've been like preparing ourselves for like, that person starting a family. Like, it's not that we don't want to start a family, right? But it's essentially, finding the right piece to make the family happen.
So I'm gonna ask him a question.
Yeah.
What do you think about, because this guy doesn't believe his wife is seen Austin. So what do you think about the Austin community, bro?
I mean, no, the one I say, wait.
Hey, I'm about to put him on blast.
No, when I say my wife is not in Austin, that's just me like messing around, obviously. Like, my wife.
So have you seen potential here?
I mean,
that's what I was asking.
yeah. Obviously, like, there's potential, but then like I also feel like the potential, like there's a lot of potential. So it's like, there's a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong, but it's like that potential, like working on that potential. Where has the potential led to, and what's it called? Like, how does it look like that potential can fit into what you're trying to achieve as a family? But yeah, it's potential. Yeah, there's potential. And me saying like, oh, my wife is not in Austin, like that's just me messing around. Like,
Okay.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to take 3 years. Like, because you ask like timeline wise, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to take 3 years. It doesn't have to take 2 years, right? After 6 months, like you can meet someone, or like whoever it is, that just someone that you already know can be like, you can discover that, okay, like
You have something.
you have something, and like, okay, based on where we're at now, I think like you should be the one I want to start a family with, kind of thing. But it's like, that doesn't have to take 2 years. Like 6 months down the line could come, or like 2 years down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you guys how do you guys feel when you sometimes you get to a place where you feel like you are just deceiving all these ladies? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who is deceiving?
you get into a relationship.
No. We're not deceiving anybody. No, for real. Like, I don't think right now at the stage we are, like, we don't get into anything just to like
Bro.
waste someone's time. Like, if you don't think you're gonna like have a future with someone, like at least I'm not doing that.
The way he said.
Yes, now we're not no, for real though. Like it's like at the end of the day, we want to start a family. At the end of the day, like we want to, like eventually when we start a family, music like takes the back burner. But it's like that's what we want. We want to settle down, have a family.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but it's like if you don't find the right person, like,
Bro, it's not as like that. Here's the thing, right? Everything is about, like he said, finding the right person. So it's not even based on your desires anymore, right? It's more like, I give you an example. Obviously, they're not gonna know the names, but like, there's somebody that I liked, and like she also liked me too, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason. It didn't work out, right? So like, if that had worked out, maybe I'd be in something serious right now, right? But like he was saying too, you have to be with someone that is a fitting piece, like somebody that fits into the piece of your life, right? It can't be, for example, if someone comes in and knows like, okay, this guy has a passion for music, like they have to recognize that. And I'm using music as an example. It could be whatever, right? They have to recognize your passion because they have to understand that that's what gives you life. Like I said, music has always been an escape for me. Same thing when we play soccer, like you're excited to go because it distresses you.
yeah.
So when you have someone that comes in that's supposed to be like making your life better and they're trying to take that away from you, it's not fair to you. And then your reaction is not going to be fair to the person because you're not going to be happy. And then they're going to be complaining and there's going to be a lot. So like it really, like it has to do with finding the right piece for your life, like that will fit in properly, right? And it's not a lack of desire, like Jay was saying. Like the desire is there. It's just like you might like somebody and they might not like you back.
Or
maybe the person that likes you, you don't like them back.
or y'all like each other and it just doesn't.
It just doesn't work out. There's just differences because we're human beings. Like everyone have their own lives and like things that happen with them. So like, and you can't force a relationship. You can't force love. Like love is complicated enough that you can't force it. So like you can't be like, oh, I like this person likes me. That's not enough.
It's not.
Like it's not enough to just like someone and person like you back. There's so many things involved.
Bro, so I was with I went to ATL like sometime last year, right? And one of my uncles, I mean, he's married like maybe 4 times. Like right now, like this is his
4 times.
This is his 4th wife or maybe 3rd wife. That guy came to meet me and said, you're not getting any younger. This was random. But once someone starts with, you are not getting any younger, I know everything that succeeds that. I'm already like, I'm looking at you with side eye. Okay. So this guy came, you're not getting any younger. You need to find someone to settle down. I'm like, uncle, like, I'm trying to settle down. But if you find the right person, we'll settle down. Settling down is not a problem. Right? But if you find the right person, he said, just pick somebody. I said,
what?
That's why you are
crazy,
married
man.
4 times.
Yeah.
Because they're telling me just pick somebody. Just
that's
pick
crazy.
somebody. And you pick somebody 3 consecutive times after the first wedding. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just pick someone because, like, okay, you like them, they like you. You're like, okay, let's do this. Like, there's more to it than just, like, okay, when you have kids, do you see this person being the mother of your kid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you love them, that's cool. But when you have kids, can they be mother of your kids? Can they, like, take care of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because for me, the most of the time, like when I talk to you guys about, relationship and all that stuff, it's not just because like, oh, I'm a Christian or I be pastor or anything like that. It's just because of that.
Gideon, you are blessed. Like your wife is a wonderful woman. Just hold your wing and leave us. Now I'm still struggling.
No, it's not that. It's just because like, when I look at you guys, like mad talented. That's something I can't deny. Like I can just see that you guys been blessed. Like God gave you talent. You can do all the music. And music aside, that's why I did it. At one point in the podcast, we talk about outside of the music. You guys great minds. Smart, like investment, business, like homeowner. Like you got tenants, and so you have all these things going for you guys. And my thing is like, even me being a faith man, I know that as a man, we have a body. We have a body that itches sometimes. There's certain age your body's gonna itch. You know what I'm saying? Yes. At certain age your body's gonna itch. Now,
what do you mean by that?
What I mean is like
itch, like what's that? Like
at certain age your body wants to want the comfort. Yeah, man. So right now my body just wanna rest a little bit. So you guys been great. I told you guys this conversation amazing. So we're gonna stop there again. Watch it this entire week. And then next Wednesday, we're gonna finish with the rest of it. But as you can see, man, these two guys right here, a lot of gems, man, a lot of gems. I hope you guys been enjoying it. So next Wednesday, be there again. We're gonna finish this beautiful interview that we had. God bless. Tell us me I go fight the best, you know it. Me have to fight it like a Tyson.